Subscribe to Filmfare and press the bell icon.
మనసు మరి మత్తుగా తూగిపోతున్నదే ఏమో ఈ వేళ.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Chatting with the wonderful, wonderful stars. And both of you are fresh off the release of V, and many congratulations. My first question obviously is to Nani, and I would want to ask him, what does it feel to on your 25th release? It's massive, right?
Release, I don't know, not because it's 25th, but yeah, it's definitely because of the situation around and the way it was released, and since it is a unique experience, it is massive in so many different ways. But 25th or 25th, any number, I think every release has been massive for me. Like how the nervousness, the tension, the butterflies, it's been the same. This time it was the experience itself was very, very unique, where it has been a pattern. Every time, wake up in the morning, see the reviews, go to the theater, watch it with the fans. So this is the first time after so many films, everything was some new direction. Everything happened very differently.
So my next question to Aditi. Aditi, this is your second back-to-back digital release. You had Sufiyum Sujate in Malayalam, and now you're doing this massive film. Tell me, how comfortable are you with the Southern milieu, and how many retakes do you need to do when you have to speak either Malayalam or Telugu? Especially how many retakes did you have to do with the language?
I mean, I am from here, so Telugu is familiar to me. Also, Mohan sir writes in a way that I find it comfortable to speak usually.
Right.
So for we, also I always say this, but I always feel when I have an actor in front of me who is really, really sorted and very good, and that person doesn't make me nervous, then usually I don't get like harrowed. And usually I can pretty much go with the flow. Also, Jitsu, you know me enough to know that I prep, like for dialogue, I will say the dialogue in my sleep. I will say it while I have loud music on. I'll make everybody speak and then I'll keep saying the dialogue so that when I come to set, I'm not wasting anyone's time. And I really learned this from Mani sir and working with him. So Mohan sir, I do feel nervous because Mohan sir quite often gives me long dialogues. But Mohan sir thinks I don't need to prep, but I do, and I do work hard in my dialogues, more so that I can take direction and more so that I can be with the actor, because I feel like it's so important for actors to, exchange that energy and be there for each other, rather than me feeling nervous saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not fair to the other actor. So I like to be able to give my complete energy to the other actor. Sufiyum Sujate, I don't think you've seen, but I am mute Jitsu. So I didn't have a single line. I keep now begging people to give me more parts like this because it's so amazing.
Do you tell them, please explain the scene to me? I need to know what I'm saying. I mean, Telugu is of course more familiar with you.
So you know what happens? See, ek to people give me the script and the meaning. Two, I am a little familiar with Tamil and Telugu now. If I don't understand something, of course, it's explained to me. Also, I feel because I've been asked this question so many times and usually I don't have an answer, but because I keep thinking about it, because I'm never able to tell anybody because I really don't have a process. But I feel like with mugging lines, what happens is when you keep reading the word over and over again, and you know what the whole situation is all about, the words start making sense to you. So like I remember even with Mani sir's film, sometimes I used to say my lines, I used to wake up early in the morning and the first thing I used to do was say my lines. And sometimes I would just find myself bursting into tears or crying. And I remember even for this scene that, I say, I love you, Vishnu. when I used to when I practiced those lines, I would just start crying because I would just like, I could feel the words because they start making sense to you.
You guys have a lot of commonalities besides being much loved on social media. Nani is a self-confessed Mani Ratnam aficionado. You have worked with Mani Ratnam in so many movies. I'll come to, but tell me your first impressions of one another when you first met for the readings. Were you, Aditi, were you intimidated that Nani, of course, is a terrific actor and he's such a natural?
I was because of Aditi. Yeah.
You are intimidated by me.
Yeah, because I see. I remember telling Mohan sir, speaking to Mohan sir while he was shooting Sammonam. Then he was just in general. I was asking how the shoot is going, and I know who the actress was in the film. So, so I asked Mohan sir, tell your heroine that I'm a big fan. So yeah, Nani, yeah, I'll tell her. Yeah, now whichever actor I'm talking to is saying that they're a fan of Aditi. I was like, okay, you're now putting me in everybody. So I remember that feeling. So, but yeah, and then it's quite a surprise that the immediate film I did with Mohan sir and then Aditi is also part of it again. So yeah, I always like from a long time. I've even in Mani sir's film, because I am a huge fan of Mani sir, and also when I saw Chelia, the film she did with Karthi and Mani sir, I thought there is something very Mani sir-ish about Aditi. Okay. So because I love Mani sir's films, so because I've connected to everything whenever there used to be a song coming, or even when I watched a couple of Hindi films of Aditi, so everywhere it used to be, there was a connect, and I knew somehow like I will work with her someday kinds, but I didn't know that it would have been that it'll be that soon. So yeah, so I'm the intimidated one.
He is just too sweet. By the way, Mohan sir never told me this, huh? So I'm going to catch Mohan sir and ask him why he didn't.
Ayyo, you should.
Everybody else.
I thought he did. I told you also when I met you itself that I asked Mohan sir to tell you this.
Yeah. Yeah. But Jitsu, like very honestly, I don't know. Now I should tell Nani to shut his ears. But Jitsu, very honestly, when I first, you know, Mohan sir.
Why are you blushing so much?
Huh?
Why are you blushing so much?
Me, I'm just.
I'm blushing. Yeah.
So when we went for the reading, and Mohan sir always does a reading, and I'm always a little nervous, and full crazy. But with people I don't know, I'm shy and I'm usually a little quiet. And so everybody came, and then Nani came, and Nani was sitting next to me, I remember. And the reading, like they didn't even read my part, just like how they didn't promote me. Nobody read my part. They just told me to keep quiet.
They're just sitting there through that 3-4 hours thing.
Yeah, and I was sitting in drawing, and Nani's looking at my drawing because I was sitting in doodling and drawing, and I was like, and then he said, "Now you give me this, I'll sell it one day." So he took my drawing, and then I just felt he was so genuine that I immediately took to him. And I think the first thing that connected the two of us was that we both became actors because of Mani sir. And I think that kind of broke the ice immediately. And I felt even through shoot, even though I shot with Nani for some 6 days, it was just, it was so effortless. I feel like, and also because Mohan sir used to talk about Nani non-stop during Sammonam. Nani this, Nani that, Nani this, Nani said this, Nani said that, Nani said. So I felt like I knew Nani. And I was just like, okay, Mohan sir as a director, you know, he has this equation with him, whatever, but Nani must be like one star type, whatever. But I met him, and he is so disarming. And literally, like Nani and I, we have this, we almost like we have the same thought. We'll say the same things. Like Nani will say 2 lines and I'll finish that sentence. So we have that kind of thing. And it's like really exciting to meet somebody who's like so on the same page as you. So it's like really, it's like looking at a reflection of yourself. So in that way, like, it was really, really amazing working with him.
We also suggest at a kind of sequel. Would you agree with that, Nani?
Yeah, we did definitely hinted sequel, but I'll leave it to the audience. If there's more and more and more discussions about if more people keep asking me this question, wherever I go for my next film interview, is also if people keep telling like when is the Weed 2, then I will start working on it. Yeah.
What about a Bollywood version? Do you see yourself in the Bollywood version of this film?
No, I see a lot of possibility of a Bollywood version of the film, but not me in it.
Who do you see? Who do you see acting in it?
I heard Mohan sir saying in some interview Bollywood version SRK and Ranveer. I agree with.
Tell me, a lot of people felt the romance between you and Aditi was not adequate. They wanted much more. How would you react to that charge?
Yeah, I love the fact that they wanted more. I will prefer this any day than them saying enough. Yeah. So I did because I remember when I was complaining to Rajmouli sir about my role just being 30 minutes in Iga in
Yeah.
Makhi.
Yeah.
Rajmouli sir said that's the best thing, Nani. They shouldn't wait for you to die. They should feel that you died. So same applies here also.
I mean, we're talking about digital releases and on platforms. Both of you, would you have preferred like a spontaneous, watching the movie in theaters and getting this feedback? What does that feel? Getting live feedback and all that. Can you take us through that experience?
For Sufiyam, I was a little disappointed, but I could see how it could translate on OTT. For V, I was like literally doing a dharna, saying this cannot happen. This film has to release in the theater because it's a larger than, it's a large scale kind of experience,
Yeah.
etc. But I feel like OTT is so valuable to us. And now having seen how V has, literally in that 1 second, that one link uploading, how so many people watch it, and the power of people is very, very evident on OTT. Because what happens, like, sometimes there's a kind of lobbying that happens. Okay, the first few reviews will be like weird, and you'll be like, oh my god, how did this happen, and did they watch the same movie? And then people take over, and in OTT especially, of course in theater also it happens, but in OTT especially, for we, they really took over, and it just became such an audience film. And then you really feel what the kind of power that an audience has, and the kind of loyalty that the audience has for its, for their favorite actors, Nani, and of course the Mohan sir, the whole cast, etc. And I feel like that is it's very gratifying, and you feel like really good about it because you were like tentative, and then it gives you this amazing. And I feel even like, okay, so Nani, I understand the film, I understand Sudheer, everything I understand. Like, I feel even for me, Sahiba, 15 minutes, and then the way that people respond and they cry and they like, we want more, and then couple goals, we want Vishnu and Sahiba to be there forever, she should never die. Those kind of responses that come like that, and it feels so good. I mean,
Big, huge fan of the theater experience because I used to live all my life behind a theater. My home was behind a theater. And it's a weekly theater, so every Friday it was like a ritual for me to go to movies. Even now, when I listen to scripts, I have that theater in my head, and film I'm listening to playing on that screen. So it's been so that even before for every film I used to go to initial films. Now the theaters, they broke it down and to build something there. It was there till my some 8th film or 9th film. It was there. The theater was there. Every film I remember I used to go to that theater like around 9:30 in the morning. 11:30 is the show. 9:30 I used to park in front of that theater and put the songs from the same film, and I used to see this huge poster on that theater of mine. Okay, and then I used to listen to the entire album there, and then get back to wherever I'm watching the film, get back to the family, get back to see what the reviews were. So this was like a ritual. After that, they're building a mall there, so I think theater is down now. So that's been that much importance it had in general, the theater And then but still, even though that theater is not around now, I have continued every film morning, 8:45 show, watch it with family and friends. So for me, that's been one driving force, one excitement while I'm doing the film. Even when I'm doing a shot on location, I will imagine how it'll look or sound in a theater on the first day morning show. How will the audience react to it?
Your favorite moment from the film, favorite memory, like a favorite memory if you have.
My favorite memory was the Goa shoot. um, we that is not, it is not Goa in the film, so but you'll know Goa, which the shots we shot in Goa. So Goa was fun because we were done with the shooting. The whole team knows that was the last day of shoot, and we were all excited to, and it was quite a long shoot generally with the film. So we were already in a party mood. We were all like, today evening we're going to celebrate after the shoot and all that. And what a better place to be than in Goa. So it was quite, till then the whole film was quite a hectic shoot, and we were shooting a montage song, and it's a beautiful song. And me and Aditi were there. We were having fun on location in the evening. Even before we finished our last shot, the whole team is excited to take photographs and all that. We were blocking the roads in between. So yeah, I think my favorite part was that last day of shoot.
I felt a slight pressure because mine was literally the last day of shoot, and I had a very hectic schedule before that, and like literally I felt like everybody was waiting for me, and I was feeling so guilty. And then we reached Goa, and everybody was in a great mood. It was Sankranti that day, so it was a very special day, and everybody was happy. Like you can see, no, everybody's like light and happy. And then we were shooting, and our last shot I remember was in the restaurant where Nani proposes to me. And I remember, it was almost like that they kind of not hidden the camera, but they were trying to be discreet about it because of a lot of people, and they didn't want to attract more attention and all. And there was some, elderly Firangi couple sitting in an extreme corner of it, and they actually thought this was a real thing happening, and they were like, "Oh, how sweet!" And they clapped around. That was really sweet, and it was quite funny. Also, we were like, "Okay, maybe we did this correct," because they actually believed it. So, like, all that was really sweet. And then after that, we all chilled together, and it was really a lot of fun. And Goa generally makes you feel like.
And for both of you Mani Ratnam fans also, and since his films are made of moments, each of you pick your favorite moment from his films. One favorite.
One moment.
It's not possible. But I'll say what inspired, like what made me want to become an actor was Bombay. So Manisha Koirala in Kehna Hai Kya, and that was one of the first films I saw in a theater. I wasn't one of those kids who went to the theater, which is why the theater is even more magical for me, because that's what made me want to be an actor. So that Kehna Hai Kya, I was just like, I didn't know who Mani Ratnam was, I didn't know who A.R. Rahman was, I didn't know anything. But I was just like, that's what I want to do, that's what I want to be. So that was one. And in Bombay only, in Hamma, there's that portion where these two are trying to steal their time together, and there's those kids running in and out of the room. I'm just like, how does Mani sir show romance like that? Another in Guru, where she turns over, then he hits her, then she hits him, and then they they sort of get intimate. Like scenes like that, I'm just like, how does he do it? How does he come up with that? And it's so organic, it's so much love, and I love the way he shows romance. I mean, even in KV, there are moments, but I mean, like in every film of his, I don't know, he's just like, yeah.
So thank you both for being part of this conversation, and here's wishing for a sequel to be very, very soon. And here's wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you, Aditi Rao Hydari.
Thank you. I have to tell you, Jitsu, there are a lot of people on Twitter who are sending me messages saying that they want to see Nani and Aditi in a film with Mani Ratnam. And I'm just like, yeah.
That sounds like.
I wish.